Last words before vanishing. What if the last thing someone said was a warning? What if, just before vanishing without a trace, they spoke words that made no sense or too much sense? Some disappearances leave no clues, no evidence, no logic, just a sentence. One final message echoing in the silence. These are not stories of people lost in the woods. These are stories of people who may have stepped outside reality itself. I'll be right back. I just need to check something. Brian Schaffer, 2006. It was April 1st, ironically, April Fool's Day, in Columbus, Ohio. Brian, a 27-year-old medical student, had just lost his mother a few weeks earlier. He was tired, grieving, but agreed to go out with friends for spring break. He smiled, he laughed, he danced. Security footage at the Ugly Tuna Saloona, the bar he entered, shows Brian walking in with two friends. But inside, only he is seen going deeper. Later, he steps out of frame and never comes back. What's strange is that the only visible entrance and exit had working cameras. No one saw him leave. Not security, not the crowd, not even his friends. His cell phone went silent, his bank accounts untouched, and his apartment left exactly as it was. TV on, bed made, keys never used again. The last words anyone remembers him saying? I'll be right back. I just need to check something. But what was he checking, and how do you vanish inside a building with one exit and working cameras? Some theories say he escaped on purpose. Others believe foul play, but some say he stepped into something else entirely. There's a light. I'm going towards it. Brandon Swanson, 2008. Late at night in Minnesota, Brandon Swanson's car slid off a gravel road into a shallow ditch. No damage, no injuries, just a minor inconvenience. He called his parents. He was calm, even joking at first. He said he was near a town called Lind and would walk toward lights he believed were from his hometown. His father drove out to find him, but what followed was a 47-minute phone call filled with disorientation, confusion, and shifting landmarks. Brandon's tone changed. He began sounding nervous, unsure of where he was. He mentioned fences, gravel, and walking near water. At one point, he even exclaimed, "Oh, shit," then regained composure. And then the final line, "There's a light. I'm going towards it." Moments later, the call ended. There was no scream, no struggle, no sound of falling, and no trace of Brandon was ever found again. Over the years, hundreds of volunteers have searched fields, rivers, and farmlands. Dogs caught his scent and lost it near an abandoned culvert, as if the trail simply ended. What was the light he saw? A farmhouse? A car? Or something not of this world? You are all puppets. I see everything. Elisa Lam, 2013. The Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles has a long, dark history. Suicides, murders, and guests who vanished overnight. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old student from Canada, visiting LA alone. She stayed at the Cecil in a shared room, but was later moved to a private one due to odd behavior. Before her disappearance, Elisa posted cryptic blog entries, messages about control, surveillance, and being watched. Among her writings was a disturbing line, "You are all puppets. I see everything." Then came the elevator video. She is seen behaving erratically, peeking out of the doors, hiding, pressing all the buttons, waving her arms as if someone or something was there with her. 18 days later, her body was discovered inside the hotel's rooftop water tank. Naked, decomposed. The tank was sealed. Access was restricted. The alarms never went off. Official cause: accidental drowning. But how did she get past locked doors and alarms? And why were her clothes found floating beside her? Some believe she suffered a psychotic break. Others think she witnessed something she wasn't supposed to. Whatever happened, Her final messages suggest she no longer saw the world the same way. Where did they go? They didn't just disappear, they faded, as if slipping between cracks in what we call reality. Their last words weren't confessions, they were transitions from this world to another, from reason to myth. Patterns, lights, invisible forces, something just outside our perception. Always watching, always waiting. Did they cross into something beyond explanation? Or were they pulled? If stories like these haunt you, welcome to the deeper end. My digital book, Hidden Truths, uncovers 12 chilling cases that defy belief, some of which are almost impossible to explain. Villages that vanished overnight, underground cities hidden from the world, sounds no human ear should ever hear. No fluff, no exaggeration, just pure documented strangeness. The link is in the description, but don't click it unless you're ready to question everything. Sometimes it's not how they vanished that lingers in your mind, it's what they said, right before they did. A whisper, a clue, a message from the edge. Maybe they saw something coming, maybe we will too. If you know of other cases like these, or if one in this video struck a nerve, tell us below. Let's uncover the impossible. Together.